Hey guys, I'm Cole from GameReviewsHU.net and today we're going to check out Magicka Wizard Wars by Paradox Interactive. Magicka Wizard Wars is an action-packed PvP game which mostly uses different spells to clash against each other. It was widely based on Paradox Magicka game, but only turned into a PvP match. It was on early access until a few weeks ago when they finally released the full game. So, was it a good game? Well, if you have not played the first Magicka, the learning curve of this game is pretty high, as it is a very unique online game, but we will talk about that later on the video. Let us check out the visuals of the game. It is a wonderful, vibrant, and overall beautiful game. The map designs are varied and has different atmospheres, so you will never get bored between matches. However, there are still few maps and hopefully they would add more soon, especially for the Soul Harvest mode. The visuals for the spells are also high quality, and even though all the players are casting your own spells, it does not hinder you from maneuvering your character to avoid them. It is just one heck of a wizard battle in the map. Gorgeous. Moving on with the sounds, the game has decent sounds of the magic, but the soundtrack felt uninteresting throughout the match, and felt really anticlimactic when you're endgame. And that is a shame, since I would love to hear some awesome background music when pounding other players and such. Now let us talk about the gameplay of Magicka Wizard Wars. First, there are 8 spells that you can use and 4 spells you need to buy or master in order to use. It is like side spells. Anyway, the 8 spells can be charged 3 times for much stronger effect. Also, you can join 3 compatible spells and have diverse effects toward the enemy. An example is, you can join Arcane, Fire, and Lightning at the same time, though it is much better to use one fully charged spell sometimes. This type of gameplay gives a lot of variety on how you fight other players. Spells can also be countered by different spells, like when someone uses Arcane, you can counter it by unleashing a shield, and you can also counter Lightning by putting up a stone shield to yourself. And that means that it is just a fun, entertaining game to play. There's also a customization on Magicka Wizard Wars. You can customize your sword, robes, and staves by buying them onto the store. Most items will make one spell to increase its power, while the opposite of that said spell to lose its power with the same amount. It makes it balanced, and that is a good thing, so no one is overpowered. An example is my character. It has a strong Arcane and Lightning, but it has weak Fire and Stone. So it still has its disadvantage, and it also encourages you to experiment on things. It's a great customization for Magicka. And I really like that there are no overpowered characters here unless you buy the packs, but still, it's not like you're so overpowered that all of your power increase. Nope, this just makes the game balanced and such. It's a great one. There's also a mastery system for the side spells you can use in match. You can get mastery tokens for after leveling up, and you can use these tokens to permanently activate the side spell instead of buying it in a store, which costs us so much. This is a nice reward system for leveling up, as it cannot be bought through real cash, and that is a very good thing. You have to grind your way on matches just to earn the level up. It's a great thing. There's also a crafting system, but it is not yet released, and I wonder how well or bad it will be when it is launched. There is also a store, like I said earlier, where you can buy gears and temporary side spells. There is somewhat to pay to win here, as you can buy set with around £9.99 to £23.99 if you want to get faster head start in the game. All in all, I am happy that most of the things you can buy with real money is just cosmetics and keys to unlock treasure chests. Speaking of treasure chests, you can unlock 1 chest per day, so free stuff, yay! Now let us move on with the actual gameplay. There are 3 game modes available. Soul Harvest is the latest game mode and probably has the concept of MOBA with slightly different gameplay. It is also one that takes a huge amount of time to finish. You have to gather 200 souls by killing mobs. The first one to have 200 souls can get a huge lead, since your effigy, the main objective of the game, will be defenseless once you hit that amount. It is a nice change, but it is flawed since killing other players are not really that rewarding. They do not give souls and they just spawn right away when killing them. It just delays the process of the other team for farming for souls. It has to change, and hopefully by the next update, Soul Harvest encourages players to engage with each other, though they do engage each other here since people love wizard fights. It is just that it is not necessary to do, since you can just avoid them and just kill the mobs. Anyway, farming for souls also take a lot of time and maybe a little bit of drag, since 200 is a lot of amount. But some hunters give out more souls than the others, like the troll. If you kill and get all its souls, your team will have a huge advantage in the game. Again, the other team can steal the souls, and I think that is the only time when you have to engage with the other team aside from when destroying the effigy. Since Magicka Wars does not have level up system, you are all equal all throughout the game, so there is no way to get an advantage on the other team other than teamwork and fast farming. This is still a new game mode, and there will be a lot more updates soon, and hopefully it gets balanced along the way because it has a huge potential to be great. The next game mode is Wizard Warfare. It is similar to Conquest for Battlefield series if you have played that, but instead of capturing flags, you capture spawn points. Spawn points, if you don't know what is a spawn points, they are the one that you need to spawn in the game. Basically, you have to capture all of them, then kill all the enemies when they do not have any spawn points, and that's how you win on Wizard Warfare, since the other team would have no other way to spawn. And that is something hard to do because someone on the other team would be probably the one going around circles just to capture points while you are engaging with the other team. That's how it is on Magicka Wizard Warfare. But there are also tokens in which if someone on your team dies, it decreases. So if the match drags on and the team does not have any tokens left, it will be permanent death once they die. So capturing spawn points are rendered useless by the time. This probably is Magicka Wizard Wars' best game mode, as it is heart pumping, especially when you are the only one alive and there are no tokens left. It really is an engaging game mode in a fast paced one. A match may take from 4 minutes to 25 minutes, which is pretty short, considering how fun this game mode is. Anyway, there is also friendly fire in the game. Most people didn't like it, but it is a nice addition for the game, and it can also turn into a strategy sometimes. However, players should have an option to report players who like to troll and kill their teammates intentionally. The last game mode is Duel. It is a 1v1 battle between players. First to have 2 wins will win. It is all about skills and fast fingers, as the one who can type faster has the higher chance to win. It is a great way to test your magic skills and how well you can combine spells to defeat your enemy. It is a very cool game and one that will hype you every match. Those are the 3 game modes of Magicka, but there are some problems regarding these game modes. First is the matchmaking. From all the matches I have played, there are no ranked matchmaking system. So they are like just throwing players into the mix then create a team. And that is absurd since there might be a chance that you will be fighting several high level players. So yeah, that's stupid, even though there are no level up system inside a match. Anyway, you can create your own party so you can easily join matches because sometimes joining a match takes more than 10 minutes. Good thing it doesn't happen often to me. Another problem is the levers. Currently, there are no penalty and no way to report levers, which should be a priority for a game that requires teamwork. More often than not, there will always be a lever 80% of the time in match, which is really crazy. A good addition to fix this problem is to let players reconnect if they get disconnected because of internet problems and not that they intend to do it in the first place. And that is my first look for Magicka Wizard Warfare. Let us have a quick recap regarding the pros and cons of the game. Pros: having a battle arena with the concept of Magicka is great. Graphics are vibrant and pleasing to the eyes. Fast-paced and entertaining gameplay all throughout the matches. There are 3 game modes, which is a lot, but it has to be more diverse and all of them are unique. Several ways to attack and defend yourself. It has 8 spells with the addition of 4 side spells. Yummy! It's a really great one. It is all about skills and quick reflexes to outmatch your opponent. No level up system within the match. Customize your player with cool gears. There are no overpowered gears as one spell stat increases while its opposite decreases. So yeah, that's a lot of pros and it really is a fast-paced entertaining game. But there are cons too, and that is sadly many too. Like, matchmaking is slow and unbalanced. You can have like 2 teams and 2 overpowered members on the other team and your teammate will just fall apart sooner or later in the game. No penalties for levers, and that is something that on the update should be there once a match is finished. You can like do it like what Strife does. You can recommend a player or you can report them by being a troll and such. Friendly fire. Some people do not like it at all, but some do like it for its strategized things. But all in all, friendly fire is a con because it's one of the reasons why people leave, because there's a troll because of friendly fire. Soul Harvest is a weak game mode as of now and needs to be reworked. It should encourage players to engage with each other and more maps. Speaking of maps, there are few maps, especially on Soul Harvest. Well, there are more maps on Wizard Warfare, but it is still few considering that if you have played for like 10 minutes on Wizard Warfare, you can play all of the maps in just 1 hour. And another one is low player base on some servers. Sometimes you will be playing with the same players for every match, and that happens to me a lot. I have made a party with 3 members, we are 3 members, then throughout our session, like a 2-hour session, we have fought the same enemies all throughout. We're just different. For the 4th player, they are just different, but they are the same guy since it's just back and forth. So that's crazy low player base. Since there are 2 major game modes other than the duel, it just means that the game modes are really active. And lastly, soundtrack is meh. Yep, it is not good at all. So it's not uninteresting. It's not something that hype you up on a MOBA game, which is something that gives motivation to you to play actually, because having an awesome soundtrack, background music is something that will pump you up and something that will like just do it, bro, destroy the other team, and that has to change too. So that's probably my con. Feels non-existent most of the time. So yeah, Magicka Wizard Wars is a very nice game, especially for the fans of Magicka. It is fast-paced and entertaining game. Making spells is never boring, and destroying the other team is utterly satisfying and heart-pumping. Would I recommend this? Yes, I would. It is free to play and has nice content, though I hope matchmaking would be balanced and there would be penalties for the leavers. All in all, it's still a new game. Just released the full game a few weeks ago, but hey, it's an awesome game and it has a huge potential. So yeah, that is all. See you guys next time. I'm Carl from GameReviewsHQ.net signing off. Bye.